Bill Baggins was a quaint little first-year management major who lived on East Campus. He loved working on the little homework he had, and rarely ever came out to have fun. In fact, he had never even been to a football game. But his comfortable lifestyle was all about to change.
I wasn't used to visitors, but I thought, why not just answer the door? I opened it to see my friend Gandhi and a rather stout acquaintance of his, looking rather anxious. They began babbling about computer science, a subject that I had no knowledge of, being a management major. They told me about Tom's huge CS assignment, the task being to recreate an entire operating system. I had no idea what that meant either. Gandhi told me to accompany them to West Campus because all of Tom's stuff was there. I told Gandhi that one does not simply walk into West Campus, but after constant naggings from Gandhi and his friend, some kind of strange desire ignited in me to head over to West Campus and check the assignment out. Gandhi told me we had to stop by the library first because we had to acquire a CS book to help Tom complete the huge assignment. It was then when Gandhi revealed to me that the book we were after lay in the deep, dark recesses of the 7th floor. I thought that floor of the library was restricted, but Gandhi did not seem to care about that. We entered the creaky elevator, and I finally arrived at the miserable top floor. Rows and rows of books, confusing trails everywhere. I took a quick glance at one of the books, and it was in another language. I thought this was America. We walked on and on, but as I looked behind me, I suddenly realized Gandhi and Tom had disappeared. Desperately looking for my friends, I took a stumble on some random German book. As I looked up, I saw bright light glowing in front of me. It was a calculator, but it wasn't just any calculator. Something about it attracted me to it. Right then, Gandhi and Tom appeared, and we made our way to exit the library and head through the Kolk, but not before I pocketed my new treasure. I had never felt a power like this before. It seemed as though the calculator was actually attracting my fingers. Even though I had no idea what was on that whiteboard, the calculator made my fingers fly across its buttons, and suddenly, the answer had appeared on the screen. I quickly scribbled the answer on the board, and the students were astonished. Gandhi and Tom were rushing me, however, and I had no time to explain to them what had just happened, but I kind of liked feeling smart for a change. After that curious incident, the reality of how much journey we had left truly hit me. We had a very long way to go. We had finally arrived to West Campus. Even though the journey was long, it was worth it helping all of those people. However, each time I used the calculator, I began to feel more and more guilty because I took the credit for solving their dilemmas, when in reality, I had nothing to do with it. It was almost as if the calculator was controlling my actions. This was it. I was finally here and ready to help my newfound friend. I was so nervous about finally getting to see the CS problem for myself. When I did, my jaw dropped to the floor. I had no clue what this was. I knew Gandhi and Tom expected me to solve this for them, but I knew I simply could not do it. Some kind of strange desire ignited in me to use the calculator and solve this huge mess with all of my being. Gandhi and Tom would finally stop making fun of me for being a management major and believe that I was brilliant. but something in the back of my mind knew this was all wrong. I had made my decision. I would not use the calculator. I would help them solve the problem using my own resources. After 12 intense, miserable hours and jugs of coffee, we had solved the problem. I felt so proud of myself.
Sweet, man, I can finally submit it now. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so awesome. Wait just a second, I have an announcement. It's canceled.